For today's French Grand Prix, round 7 of the World Championship, the teams have returned from the rarefied altitude of Mexico City to the Paul Ricard circuit near Marseille. Now, with the next 8 races all in Europe, the tempo and the competition are going to increase, and there are genuine prospects for a tremendous tussle for supremacy between McLaren, Ferrari, Williams and Benetton. World champion Alain Prost has already won the French Grand Prix 4 times. He won in Mexico 2 weeks ago for Ferrari with teammate Nigel Mansell second, and Alain is very bullish about his prospects for today.
I always did a good result in France, 4 times winner, and I finished once second, twice third, and almost finished all the races. And I expect to win again. It looks like the car is working very well on this track. Now the Ferrari is quite reliable, and we are also quick in qualifying, which is not very usual, so I'm very optimistic.
Brazilian Ayrton Senna leads the World Championship for McLaren, but after retiring in Mexico with a shredded tyre, he freely admits that he made a mistake.
It was a mistake from us, my mistake also from the team. As far as when I felt the problem, I thought, okay, I come in and I call the radio. They couldn't really understand, so we wait another lap. Then when they understood, they questioned me whether I really need to stop, whether I really should, because of course at that stage meant being difficult to win. But and I got unsure as well, and time was going, and then was too late to stop, so I carry on. It cost us valuable points, but as much as was a mistake from telling me to stay out, was also my mistake not to come in immediately. So it's learning.
Senna still has an 8-point lead in the championship ahead of Prost and Berger, but with only the best 11 scores from the 16 races to count, and with Mansell, Alesi and Piquet well into double figures, the title is a long way from decided. In Mexico, the correct choice of tyre was critical, as Ayrton Senna found out. And here in France, tyres are going to be very important too, as Jonathan Palmer explains.
With fronts 13 inches wide and rears 18 inches, these Formula One tyres are clearly vast compared with this from a family car. But first, just in case you've always wondered, these slick tyres, as used in dry conditions, are bald because tread is only required for water drainage. These are the wet weather tyres. It's not just the size that provides the phenomenal grip. The rubber itself is relatively soft and therefore sticky. The softer this rubber mix, the compound, the more grip the tyre will have, but the trade-off is that it will not last as well, with the extreme being super grippy qualifying tyres designed to last just one blistering 3-mile lap. Vital for a grid time, but expensive at £1,000 a set. In contrast, in order for the race tyres to last 200 miles, the compound must be much harder, with a consequent loss of grip, perhaps 2 to 3 seconds a lap. The tyre companies, though, bring over 4,000 tyres to each Grand Prix, in various different compounds, and each team has to assess its own optimum tyre. No easy task. Teams can decide whether to run 1 set of hard tyres throughout, or 2 sets of faster, softer tyres, which will require a time-consuming pit stop when they lose grip. And even though the tyre change itself can be lightning fast, a further 20 seconds is normally lost, entering and leaving the pits. The tyre's role, though, is more than just providing grip. Running at a very high temperature, 110 centigrade, and a relatively low pressure, 18 psi, they also act as an important spring. Indeed, most of the visible car movement comes not from flexing springs, but from squashing tyres. The old abrasive Paul Ricard circuit was a real tyre eater. Now, with a new smooth surface, no one can be sure how the tyres will perform.